This is Alice coming from Beamer's Crafty Corner, and this is week two of the index card mixed media collaboration with Tina's Crafty Life. So, again, I'm using the same pressboard cards, and this one is 4x6. And this week, we're going to be using some pages out of this replica Sears and Roebuck catalog, and probably some music pages. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get out some paint, and we're going to paint this and put a base on it, and then we'll get started with some other items. Okay, all right, I'm back. We have a plate, we have a sponge, we have earth brown paint, which we are going to sponge onto said card. And because it is mixed media and texture is important here, I'm using a more porous sponge because I want it to have more texture. All right, get the rest of that, and we will sponge it on there. All right, so I'm going to let this dry for just a few minutes, and then I'll be back, and we're going to start Mod Podging some stuff onto it. All right, we're back. Got a brush. I have Mod Podge. I have musical paper, which I'm going to tear up into pieces. Okay, pieces of paper, Mod Podge. All right. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll be back. We'll move on to the next part of this, okay? All right, so for the next part, I wanted to use some of these flowers. But you know what I've discovered? I've discovered that the one that you want is always at the bottom of the jar. So, we had to take them all out. And it's because I'm looking for these ones that have writing on them. Mostly. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to be putting these on. And they need some centers. And I could use some pearls, some flatbacks, or some rhinestones, or some metal, or even some brads. I know, it's a scary thing to be in my brain, isn't it? think we're going to use the metals. Okie dokie. Alright, so I'm going to get my glue gun up here. I'm going to get rid of some of the glue that's in there. Get these out. And let's start gluing these puppies together. And this is a metal that's in my shop. And these are actually rose gold metal pieces. Alright. Every now and then, you know, you just want the metal look. Okie dokie. So now let's get rid of the 900,000 glue strings that are on here. I'm going to put these on here. Let's do the big ones first. Okay. This one right here. And this one right there. Alright, I think that's it for the hot glue. So I have this metal piece. I'm going to be adding this metal piece in here and probably some gears. So let me get that stuff together and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got some gears, I've got some lace, I've got some metal pieces. These are not metal. These are plastic buttons that I pick up cheap. And then I just use my wire cutters to snip the back off. Kind of helps reduce some of the weight on a project. And then if it's too high, for whatever reason, I just file it down with an emery board. Okay. So we're going to start with putting some gears. I like putting them in the corner over here. And just for speed, I'm going to be using some hot glue. You do have to be careful though, because these are buttons and they have holes in the center. So yeah, hot glue will, you know, charge up and mutilate my fingers. So I'm just going to put these on at random. No real plan to this. I'll go put another one over here. And another one right there. Alright, use it. Check for stray glue strings, because there's always one. And then I have my clock. Which I'm going to put right up here. I got my piece of brass. Which I'm going to add right here. So I'm going to put in some hot glue. That there. Some hot glue here. This is going to be the owie part. And that there. I have this, and I kind of like it, but I think I'd like it a little better if it was gold. So. Then I'm going to come in here. I think I'm going to take this little piece off the top. Who ate the wire snips? I'm going to take this little piece right off the top. Yep. Don't need that piece there. And a little bit of hot glue on you. Put that right there. And then let's get out my word box. All right, word box. Let's pick out some words. All right, we have words. So I'm going to cut these down a bit. And then I'm going to ink them up and put them on here. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this while I ink these up because you guys don't need to sit here watching paint dry, right? And then I'll be right back and we'll add these to the piece and we'll see if there's anything else that needs to be done. Okay? All right, so that's it. So I went back in and I just added some words here, cleaned up a little bit of the glue that had come through on the metal work, and then I inked the edges because the back of this is blue and I didn't want to paint the back because I'm lazy, let's be honest. So I just inked this up and that's it. That's my mixed media index card for week number 2. There's plenty of time to join if you want to join the collab. All you have to do is go over to Tina's Crafty Life. That link is in the description box below, as well as the link to all of the channels that are participating. Go ahead and subscribe to them as well and just show them some love. And I think that's it, guys. If you want to do this, talk to Tina. She'll be more than happy to send you everything that you need to get started. Watch the information video. And until I see you again, if you haven't done so already, hit the red button for me, like me, ring my bell, and share me with all your friends. Bye-bye.